Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. So it's not Monday while you're watching this, but it's Monday here where I am sitting. I am dealing with extreme overwhelm at the moment. And so what I thought we would do today, and maybe this will become the theme of the whole weekly vlog, who's to say, is talk about what I do when I feel this way. So what basically happens is I become frozen because I feel overwhelmed with personal responsibilities, work responsibilities, citizen responsibilities, which if you are a citizen of the United States, those are very great right now. And I become paralyzed, metaphorically, in that I feel like I can do nothing because the list is so long. I've already had several roadblocks put in my way today about things that should have been fast that were not. I am easily derailed and I just need to do the next right thing. Okay. So I'm going to take you through what that looks like. Right this very second for me, the next right thing is I'm going to make my bed. This is what we're down to. Maybe this isn't relatable. I'm hoping that it is. We're going to make my bed. I'm going to finish putting away my packing from my trip. I have a lot of toiletries and things that are everywhere that I need to adjust and put back where they belong. I need to clean up my kitchen. And then the next thing I'm going to do is call my senators and representatives. And hopefully by the time I do all that, then I have to go to the dentist. And then I have some work things to do because the e-course launched last week. Amazing launch. I'm so excited about that. And we're going to do this together. I'm going to hold your hand. You're going to hold mine. And we're going to do this one thing at a time. So I did about 5 minutes worth of work. And I started going through my bag from our Disney trip. And I got overwhelmed, and now I'm sitting down, and I think I'm going to watch a YouTube video. So I got overwhelmed because I'm leaving again in less than 2 weeks. Scooby, what are you licking? Why are you licking the chair? Do you know? No, he doesn't know. I started being like, why am I putting all this stuff away if I'm just pulling it out again in 2 weeks? And I know that I'm taking that same bag. So what I think I'm going to do instead is like go through and take out the things that I know are like were Disney specific that I don't need for this next trip, which is a cruise. I guess that's what I'll do. So yeah, decision made. We're just not getting very far. Today, you know, if you watch my channel for like body doubling and look how good she is at getting things done, and that's going to help me get things done. Just the state of the world right now, I'm a little freaked out and I'm a little paralyzed and I'm struggling to get the everyday things done. So I got the bed made, got the dogs fed. I'm dressed. I washed my face. So we're going to just start. I might actually make a list with little things that I can check off, just that are the little things that I've actually accomplished today. Also, I feel like Scooby needs an emotional support animal designation because when I start to get upset, I just posted a couple stories on Instagram. If you're not following me there, I don't know that you should because I don't know how long I'm going to be there, to be honest. I keep posting things and they keep getting hidden and people can't share them and whatever because apparently I'm super scary. But every time I start to get upset about things that are happening in our world right now, particularly in terms of the LGBTQ community, which is very personal for me. This dog of mine climbs up on top of me and lays on me. Doesn't just sit by me, doesn't like want to be petted. He literally puts his physical body on top of me. It is like the sweetest thing, and he is such a gift. And even if he is not technically an emotional support animal, he is to me. And I couldn't really treat him better than I do. He's got a pretty bougie life, but you know, thank God for our animals. That is the moral of the story. Okay, I'm on my way out the door to the dentist, and apparently I'm channeling my inner Annie Hall or something today. I don't know what's going on. This is what I am feeling like wearing today. I feel, I don't know. It feels comfortable. It feels like I could run away if I needed to, because I'm, you know, I'm nothing's constricting or binding me. I'm just going to put my lip balm in. So I'm just leaving the dentist, and this is my dentist, and Dr. Chen followed my channel before I was a patient of his, and so he just fixed a little filling for me and specifically asked me to give him a shout out in my video. So, hey, Dr. Chen, you're really good at what you do. Thank you. So I was gonna try and film a Tuesday video. My ring light is like ready to go. I kind of did makeup. It was all kind of half-hearted. I don't know if I'm having an autoimmune flare-up, if this is a perimenopause bad day, if I'm just depressed at the state of the world, or if all three are going on at once. So that's just me being really, really real with you guys. I think sitting here right now, I have decided I am not going to do a Tuesday video this week. I've been trying to do a Tuesday video, look at Kermit, and then my videos on Saturdays, which are the weekly vlogs, which is probably what you're watching now. But I think we're going to skip the Tuesday video, and that's okay because I work for myself. Good afternoon, everybody. I am out on this incredibly gorgeous day. I am in short sleeves. It's literally like 74 degrees, and I'm having a very hard time focusing on getting anything done because it's just too beautiful. And I'm actually taking a little bit of a mental health break from the news and the state of the world. The Scoobies back there somewhere. And it's proving to be very good for me. Yesterday was super intense, and my very feeling brain, if you're a Myers-Briggs person, I'm an INFJ, which means we feel the state of the world on a level that is a lot more intense than what a lot of other people might feel it. And it can make things challenging. And so in addition to doing what I can, one of the things that is also my responsibility is to take good care of myself and my own mental health. So if you needed to hear that today, if you needed permission to not know everything that's going on, that doesn't mean you escape entirely. It doesn't mean you pretend it's not happening. But if you needed permission to just take a time out, let this beautiful day be the permission that you need. Pretend I just gave you a permission slip to take a minute. Hey, you guys. So I am at Trader Joe's, and I've been to Trader Joe's before. We have one. Let me turn this air off so you guys can actually hear me. Hold, please. I've been to Trader Joe's before. We have one not that far from here, but it's like 30 minutes. So it's really too far for me for groceries. But they just opened this one. I got here in less than 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go see what I can get up to. Heading on in. I've got my bags. I have a game plan. I kind of know the few things I'm after. I know I want pizza rolls. I also saw on the thing they have pizza dough, and I also want to get some salmon. So yeah, I'll be back soon. Okay. Let's see. I got breaded cod fillets, sourdough bread, tandoori naan, love this, veggie pad thai, have not tried, will report back, tartar sauce. I got these pizza bites. Both the guys really like those. I got sweet potato gnocchi. I don't know if this will be good. It looks good. 2 red bell peppers, just because we needed those, and they were much better priced than at the grocery store. Celery, because that's what the dogs like for their treat. I got these 2 frozen tofu rolls. Love these. I've had them one other time. They're really, really good. Vegetable fried rice. This is so good for me when I let myself get too hungry. Really good. Butternut squash ravioli. chicken enchiladas. I don't eat those. Salmon, I do eat that. Pizza dough. So what I'm probably gonna do is do like breadsticks with one of them and a pizza with the other one, but I don't know how long. Sell by February 8th. So we have a few days on those. And also, I don't know if you can freeze them. So $1.49. I felt like those were a really good deal. Yeah, so this is everything that we got. Mostly stuff for like quick dinners so that we don't end up getting takeout, which has just gotten so absurdly expensive. And then of course, my beautiful flowers. So yeah, and it was not crowded at all. So it was a really, really good experience there. Nice new store and good times. Okay, this one I'm gonna leave here in the kitchen, and then I will show you guys. Hold please. This one I put here in the entryway. So it may not be spring yet, exactly, but you know, we can represent a little bit of spring. I don't mind that. Okay, it is now nighttime, and my goal, we've already had dinner. I ended up eating, we just ate frozen stuff. I ended up having the pad thai that I showed you guys, the veggie pad thai from Trader Joe's. Oh my gosh, it was so flipping good. I am like, what in the world? This is very annoying to me because I actually came up here to get my laundry basket because I need to do laundry. And guess what? I never finished putting my laundry away from before. So that's annoying. And also I just have some like random stuff in here that shouldn't be in here. The good news is, as you saw when I was outside today, we are having what is called in Atlanta fake spring. We have lots of fake things in Atlanta. We have fake fall at the end of summer. And we always have fake spring, like halfway through winter. So today it was like 72, which is just bonkers. And absolutely beautiful. So pretty. So very pretty. So I was outside basically the whole day. And let me tell you, I feel like every time I do these weekly vlogs for you guys, I want to have like a theme. Because I don't know, it just feels like so that you're not just watching me put away laundry, we have like purpose to what we're doing. And I feel like maybe the theme for this one is going to be like how to take care of yourself. And I've talked about that before. I did a whole video about what to do when you're in a crisis. That's like my pile for jeans. But one of the things that is always on my list for self-care when things are rough, you know, like if your country's in the middle of a coup from a South African guy that makes stupid cars. Actually, that's never happened before, but point being, getting outside always, even if the weather is crap, I find getting outside is helpful to me. It just like something. It does something to my brain. It helps me to have perspective, to get off my phone, look around outside and just like, you know, listen to birds, all the things. So I don't know, maybe that's on your list. I have other things on my list too. I kind of have, and I have talked about this before for sure, but come on. I've been on YouTube now for almost 8 years. I'm going to repeat myself. I've repeated myself probably this week. I have a little toolbox, and I encourage everybody to like develop this if you don't already have this written down somewhere. When I'm in crisis, when I'm spinning, when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm anxious, when I'm grieving, these are the small things that help me feel better. We're watching the show Shrinking right now. Anybody else watching Shrinking? Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's on Apple TV. And Harrison Ford teaches Jason Segel's daughter this trick for grieving that they eventually all start doing, where they just cry as hard as they put on a sad song and cry as hard as they can and grieve for 15 minutes. And then the timer goes off. What movie was it? Not Broadcast News. Holly Hunter does something similar to this, but this idea of putting on intense music or making yourself really sad and like putting some boundaries around it, I find that wildly helpful. Listening to music of any kind, wildly helpful, particularly jazz for me right now. No idea why. Being outside, there's this yoga pose where you put your feet up against the wall. That's huge for me. All these like tiny things, little things you can do throughout the day, but they help regulate my nervous system and they take me from spinning and panicked to a lot more level and clear. And you can't wait until you're in that spot to figure out what those things are. You have to do that like when you're calm. Like you have to write it down and then you have to be able to pull out the list or look at it on your phone or like title a note when you're spinning and then just pick a thing and do it, because you won't feel like doing it. You have to be disciplined and like force yourself to do this thing, and you have to develop the little toolbox. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Lenny and I, hold on, come here, Lenny. Lenny and I are going to call it a day because it was so nice outside. We went for an extra long walk, didn't we, buddy? Yes, we did. We went for an extra long walk and we had a lot of fun. And now it's time to call it a day. Yes, that's my baby. I love you. He's having... I realize that y'all can't see me. So you know what? We'll see you tomorrow. Can you say goodbye to the people? Okay. Bye, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Wednesday. I was up pretty early trying to get ready to do my job. I've got to focus on my work. That is my way forward for today. It's going to be focusing on my work. So I have a couple of videos to film for the e-course. I have some work to do for just like returning emails and prepping for some consulting clients for next week. I'm hoping to put in a full work day today. I'm going to be honest. I need it. I need to focus. And by the way, if that is one of your like coping mechanisms, like we talked about yesterday, work is a perfectly decent way to forget about everything else. Not to the like exclusion of everything else. And I will admit readily that I can tend to be, at least in years past, a bit of a workaholic, but it is a great way to escape because you're in control of what happens. At least I am in my job. So I'm going to get this video filmed. I'm cooking tonight, so please applaud. That's a very big deal. And it's really warm today, but it's supposed to rain later. So I don't know what that's going to look like. And Lenny, he's enjoying. They really like being out here. Scooby loves looking out on the yard, and the temperature is like 75 out here, maybe not that warm, but it's really nice. I forgot to mention, I was going through and looking at when I did these flowers. One of my favorite kind of hacks for either Costco flowers or grocery store flowers is to buy a big bunch and then just take everything that's in the same color family and put them all in one bouquet. I think the white and green in its own thing made these look a lot more expensive than they were because it was only $20 and I was able to do this whole bouquet and the bouquet in the entryway. And by the way, these smell incredible. Okay, filming is done. This was the video. If you want to go and watch it, you can. Because it will be kind of fun because you saw me get ready to film it and then it exists. It has been such an interesting learning curve making the course. Like obviously I'm sharing really important things to me that I wanted people to know, but actually making the course itself and learning how to do that, crazy. And stuff that when I started, I would sit there and you know that headache you get in the middle of your brain when you just can't figure something out and you're thinking, I'm never going to get this. But I stuck with it and I had tenacity and I'm still like so proud of myself. And I think that that is a good thing. So let that be maybe encouraging to you today. If you have that thing that you like want to do, but you can't figure it out, you can ask Annalise. Like if you ever see her, you can ask her. I talked about doing this for years and I just The process of doing it intimidated me so much. So if you have something like that, in fact, I think now is a fantastic time, like I said earlier about working, to throw ourselves into something. If you have something that is like churning in your heart and it will not go away, but you just feel like it's too hard, get the resources you need and figure it out, because I know that you can do it. I know that you could do it because I did it, and I don't have some special, amazing, magical talent. Or maybe I do and maybe you do too, but either way, it's a big deal when you're on the other side. It's a lot of work when you're in it. Not gonna lie, shed a few tears, swore a few cuss words, but we did get it done. So yeah, now I need lunch. I'm hungry. YouTube video filmed, edited, uploaded. Check and check. Now I'm going to walk the dogs, as we do every day, and then I'm going to make dinner. I'm not going to show you me making dinner. I'm just not a very good cook, and I'm very insecure about it, if I'm going to be honest. We're having baked salmon, Brussels sprouts, rice. I think that's it. My meals are never, they just are. They feed people sometimes. So you cannot smell her, but I did make dinner, and it was very good, and I made salmon and rice and Brussels sprouts. And someone got the rest of the Brussels sprouts off of the baking pan and has the breath to tell the tale. And if you have never been breathed on by a dog with Brussels sprout breath, I would just like to say, it's okay. You can skip this one because it's a lot. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, and today has already been a very big day because Lenny and Sadie, and I'll show them to you in just a minute, got a new groomer today. And let me tell you, when you have dogs this big, getting groomers that will come to your house that are good at what they do is absolutely amazing. And Taylor had been recommended by our neighbor, and because our old groomer retired, and I am so happy. I need to show you what these dogs look like. They're gorgeous. They are also completely wiped out, but look at what a good job she did. Like, oh, sorry, Sadie, even on like their nailies, look at that. So gorgeous. She's like, would you leave me alone? I've had a very trying day. And Lenny, so pretty and so wiped out. And you can't smell them, but trust me when I tell you, I can't even get over it. They are so beautiful and so clean. Sadie just wants to take a nap. This wipes me out, Mom. I know, you're always up for being pet. Anyway, very, very happy. It's just always good to have a new, really good groomer. And Scooby will get a bath maybe tomorrow. Scooby, do you want to do a bath tomorrow? No, not interested. So today is busy, busy, busy. I've got a lot going on. I've got 3 Zoom calls. So I'm not sure how much I'll be on here. Right now I need to prep for my first client meeting. It is a guy that I've been working with for a while, and he's getting ready to get monetized. So we're going to talk through all that. If you don't know, I do one-on-one YouTube consulting. And of course, I also have the e-course. So yeah, I'm going to prep for that. And yeah, we'll talk later. It is, look, I did this and I don't have my watch on. What time is it? 2:50 in the afternoon on Thursday. And I would like to formally announce, this is huge. We just got a whole bunch of stupid paperwork done. Now, if you want to know what defines stupid paperwork, car registration details, homestead exemption details, which we had to do over because we moved the home into a trust, bank details, like things that take way longer than you think you're going to. And I would like to offer up a suggestion. Please tell me if you're with me on this. Before you open up a government page, a portal, if you will, to fill stuff out, wouldn't it be lovely? I mean, under the current circumstances, I realize this is never going to happen, but if a little banner popped up and said, "Thank you, citizen. In order to proceed, you will need the following documents," and then it lists the documents that you need. Because if you don't do that, what happens is, I don't know what I'm going to need to refile my homestead exemption. How would I know that? I've never done it before. Well, I mean, I did, but 9 years ago when we bought the house. So I had to run around like a chicken with my head cut off, worried that the portal was going to time out, looking for registration for vehicles and all of this stuff that the little pop-up did not tell me that I needed. So if you have a website that times out and the little pop-up does not tell you that you need the information, does everyone just sit by their computer with a pile of all of the available paperwork that they might ever need? No, they don't. Anyway, we're done. These things have been hanging over our heads for a very long time. So it feels like I have won the stupid paperwork lottery. And again, what do we always say? We are going to take the freaking win. Okay, again, I'm filming at night. Look, who am I? Anyway, I have the house to myself, which is very rare. Excuse me, I'm choking because I'm so excited about what I'm eating. He wants some too. I am having in the middle of, okay, if I have the house to myself, this is what I'm doing. I have this is so embarrassing. I have like my planner stickers, my current book, my planner, my most recent book that I just got. Now, and I'm going to talk about what I'm eating, and I'll probably tell you guys more about this book later. I read this in college. I was not ready for it in college. I read it as an assignment for a class, and I don't remember it. And I was not ready for it. Now I am ready for it. It is called Their Eyes Were Watching God. My really good friend, LaShawn, who has an incredible podcast called Pouring Over Books, she is doing a series on Instagram of 30 books you have to read for Black History Month. And this was number one on our list. And I was like, do I not own that book? Did I read that book? It's possible that once I get into it, I will remember having read it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. So I have 2 books, my planner. I'm watching a YouTube video, and I'm eating the sweet potato gnocchi that I got from Trader Joe's. And y'all, he's fine. He's already had dinner. He's trying to fake me out into making me think that it's time for his BONE, but it's not. He gets that before bed, but he's really trying hard to fake me out. Really hard. Because sometimes I get busy, and when he does this, I just like forget. Anyway, the sweet potato gnocchi, if you were wondering, is delicious. However, the cooking instructions on it are incorrect. It said cook at 5 to 6 minutes at 50% power. Oh, no way. It wasn't even barely cooked. Also, it could be my microwave. But look at this. Look at this. It's so good. All right. Danielle's over here. Never a moment's peace. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. But tomorrow's Friday, so I'll see you then. I hope you're doing good. It's Friday. We made it to Friday. So I have a little project I'm working on today that I think I'm going to turn into a complete video. I was going to do the assumptions video, and so many of you were so kind to post comments on Instagram and YouTube. But when I looked at all the comments, I don't think I can make a video out of it. And hold on, I'm going to set you down. I'm going to tell you why. It's funny. So the problem is, y'all were like ridiculously kind. Like, I had watched other people's assumption videos, and there were always like some snarky stuff in there and some stuff that was just like outlandish and wild. And you can go and read. I did it as a community post. You can go through and read every single one of them. You won't be able to see the Instagram ones, but honestly, they were along the same lines. So what that tells me is I have like the kindest, most compassionate viewers in the entire world. And I realize I am repeating myself, but of all the things that have surprised me about being a YouTube creator, the power of the community that we have created here blows my mind. Blows my mind. Like, the people that have been regularly in my comment section for going on 8 years is, anyway, y'all are the best. You're the best. That's all there is to it. So my assumptions video would be very boring and very like self-grandizement land. Like me saying, y'all said stuff like, you see, my assumption about you is that you're wildly caring and that you love your family deeply and you would do anything for your kids and you love all animals. I can't do it. Reading them, having said that, reading them, you have no idea. My soul, when I put that call out there for you guys, because I was just I was feeling at a loss for what to film. I was kind of grasping at straws. I had some things I could film. None of them were really appealing to me. But the comments that y'all made just not only made my day, but like just, I don't know. It was good for my soul. So thank you. Now, normally, as we know, I do Friday. Maybe you don't know. We do Fridays makeup free, but today I have a client meeting. So not that I need to get dressed up for a client meeting, but I do like to, represent a little bit. So I'm just going to do for today a little bit of foundation, concealer, and some mascara. No big deal. I use Jones Road What the Foundation, and this is in the color Fair. In fact, I love this so much that I just reordered it. This is how much is left. And that's really rare for me because normally I don't use that much foundation. The reason I love this, and I think it is only fantastic if you have, there's a couple of ways that this particular foundation will work for you. If you have dry skin, and I think particularly if you have dry aging skin. Bobbi Brown designed it. She's older than me, not by a lot, but she's older than me. I think she might be in her 60s actually, for women who have aging skin, because it just provides this like really beautiful moisture. And the thing that I like about it, that you might not like, and this isn't a sales pitch because I don't even think I have an affiliate link for them. The thing that you might not like about it is that it does not provide really good coverage. Like if you want to cover everything up, this is not the foundation for you. But if you just want your skin to like look more even and a little like youthful and glowy, and I just put it on with my fingers, I mean, I think it's great. I love it. So I think we'll end this week here, even though it's morning, because I do have a full work day ahead of me. I hope you did okay this week. You probably noticed through the ebb and flow of my emotions, I am right there with you. I am having good days and bad days. And by the way, if you're a person that's going to comment something about you don't know why I would be upset, just don't. I'm going to hide user from channel, so just don't waste your time. If you want to say stuff like this, I can promise you I am not the creator for you, because I am always, as I have said many, many times, going to stand for LGBTQ rights. I'm going to stand up for civil liberties. I'm going to stand up for human rights, not just here in the US, but all over the world. And when those things are being threatened, I'm going to be loud, and that's never going to stop, no matter how much negativity you throw my way, because it's who I am at my core. So let's just say that. But also, for those of you that are going through this with me, what we're experiencing is a lot of grief and a lot of disappointment and a lot of fear. And it's even worse than I feared it would be. And it's a tough time to be a patriotic American who loves her country very much. And I'm a little sick of that word patriotic being hijacked by people who think it means something very different. Being patriotic to me means believing in freedoms and the Constitution and in not being a bully to the rest of the world. So as we're working through it, I don't know what happens next. I will say this. My YouTube channel could go away tomorrow. So if you're not following me on some other platform, you can subscribe to my newsletter. I'll put links down below on how to do that. You can become a patron. You can even become a patron for free. And that would enable you to at least be on my email list. Because as we know, these are very uncertain times. Social media, China is looking into Google now because of tariffs and blah, 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 blah. None of this is ever guaranteed to still be here. So if you're someone who wants to make sure you can follow me no matter what I'm doing, you're going to want to be on some kind of other email list. So just for those of you that are interested, check the description box. But this is going to be what it is. I'm trying. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it every week, but my hope is that I'm going to do a weekly vlog every week this year, because we're going to go through some stuff and it might get worse before it gets better. We have some elections coming up in 60 days in certain key states that could swing some things around. Things can change on a dime, y'all. Things can change on a dime. So don't lose hope. Feel what you're feeling, especially to my viewers that are members of the LGBTQ community. We're not letting go of any of those letters. I love you. I see you. I will fight for you. I will risk whatever I need to risk for you. And go out today and make it the day that makes them mad, because you are rejoicing in who God made you to be. Whew! That's a word. That's a word. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Oh, almost forgot to say it. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy.